Now on 4 News Now at 6, another 7 arrests made in connection to a sting operation conducted by Washington State Patrol. We have the latest on their investigation.
I'm tracking some beautiful fall weather for the weekend, but also the first widespread frost of the season is in the first alert forecast.
And the city of Spokane wants to give Fifth Avenue a makeover. Why people in the area say it's long overdue. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. We begin with a breaking update on a story you first saw on 4 News Now yesterday. A multi-agency child exploitation sting operation resulted in 7 more arrests overnight. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Kirsten O'Connor. In it, those arrested thought they were communicating with a 13-year-old to meet up for sexual acts, but they were really texting with an undercover trooper. Derek Strom has been following this story since it broke and joins us now with the update. Derek?
Kirsten and Derek, these 7 people went before a judge for the first time today, and that brings the total number of arrests in this sting operation to 13. Their arrests followed a similar pattern as the other ones. In some cases, the accused went to a parking lot for the meetup and were arrested. Others thought they were communicating with a mother who was selling her 9- and 13-year-old children for sexual acts. The judge agreed with the prosecutors that all 7 people should be held on bonds between $100,000 and $150,000.
I am going to grant the state's request because I do think the allegations are significant. They demonstrate predatory behavior focused on children.
All 13 defendants will make their next court appearance on Tuesday morning. Some of those suspects have young family members and grandchildren and were ordered to stay away from children as they await trial. And if convicted, some of them face life in prison. In studio, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Thank you, Derek. And yesterday we told you a KXLY Radio Group employee was one of the people arrested in this sting.
But as of today, Mike Ferguson no longer works for the company. All right, let's shift our focus to the first alert forecast now, and it's definitely starting to feel like fall.
Let's hand things over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker. And Chris, you mentioned Green Bluff earlier this week, and
yes,
a lot of my friends are headed out there.
I bet. I'm just picturing the line of cars there on Bruce Road, and great weekend for any kind of apple picking or pumpkin carving or pumpkin spice latte drinking. It is a quintessential inland Northwest fall weather, and what a beautiful evening we have in progress right now. It's 64 degrees. This is the view downtown over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. Lots of cars with people coming in to watch football tonight. Our sunset is coming right up at 6:25. If you are heading out this evening, you can expect temperatures in the 50s. Our clouds will also be increasing late tonight. We do have a weak disturbance that is coming in overnight that may bring a few isolated showers to the mountain areas in North Idaho. Those clouds will also keep our temperatures from dropping too much overnight. We'll be in the 30s in Deer Park, but 40s elsewhere right around the Spokane area, including 42 in 9 Mile and Meade. Around the region, overnight lows mostly in the 40s. Colville, certainly an exception. And we do have even colder weather, though, coming in the 7-day forecast. The first widespread frost of the season is there. I will tell you what to expect in just a few minutes, Kirsten.
Thanks so much, Chris. Well, a Spokane neighborhood once divided by highway construction is at the center of a new city project that hopes to revitalize the area.
The project is on 5th Avenue in East Central Spokane near Liberty Park. Alexandra Cohen-Yards joins us from that area tonight. And Alexandra, you spent the day there, so how are people feeling about this?
Derek, they're excited. They feel this is giving the attention this part of Spokane deserves after a history of being overlooked.
It's a vibrant and colorful part of our city, known as the historic heart of Spokane's Black community. But it was once much larger before I-90 was built, splitting north-south roads and displacing homes and businesses.
It affected a lot of people.
Dean Hill works at New Development Nations, a mental health service on 5th Avenue that offers a blend of therapy with music. He's happy to see steps are being taken to improve life in this neighborhood.
I would like to see something positive for the community.
This spring, the city of Spokane began work on the 5th Avenue Community Plan.
We're trying to meet the community where they're at now and trying to help envision what's next in a real positive way.
The project focuses on community-led goals and policies that will shape the neighborhood's future, something Jaleesa Winkler, born and raised here, says is long overdue.
People are just ready to see some change. So I think investment in things like sidewalks and smaller infrastructure, I think really being able to have a more walkable, usable area where everything's sort of in your neighborhood's reach.
For Winkler and Hill, it's the diversity and cultural richness of Fifth Avenue that make it special, qualities they hope this plan will help preserve.
The city is currently working on a draft version of that plan and then plans to have a final version ready next year. However, throughout that time, they will be continuing to take feedback from the community that lives here. If you are interested in learning more about this project, you can do so during an open house here at the Karl Maxey Center on Friday of next week. For now, reporting live, Alexandra Cohen-Yarts, 4 News Now.
You and I were just talking during the story. I think there's a lot of potential on that stretch of Fifth, for sure. All right, we're now in day 3 of the government shutdown.
A jobs report set to be released today is delayed by the shutdown. Why President Trump is threatening to furlough even more federal employees when we come back.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
4 News Now is brought to you by Post Falls Volkswagen.
With depression, it feels like every day you're just going through the motions. But what if you could get your go back?
Go with Auvelity.
Auvelity worked fast. Some saw relief in as early as 1 week. And Auvelity lasted. On average, significant relief was seen at 6 weeks. Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and actions in young adults. Tell your doctor about sudden changes to mood, thoughts, or behavior. Don't take Auvelity if you have a history of seizure, eating disorder, or have abruptly stopped drinking alcohol, or taking benzodiazepines, barbiturates, or anti-seizure medicine. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Don't take if you're allergic to dextromethorphan, bupropion, or any of the ingredients in Auvelity. Don't take with MAOIs. High blood pressure, manic episodes, serious eye problems, and dizziness can occur. Report all medicines you take to avoid a life-threatening condition. Don't take Auvelity if you are or may become pregnant. Side effects can include dizziness, headache, diarrhea, feeling sleepy, dry mouth, sexual function problems, and excessive sweating. Ask your provider about Auvelity.
Go with Auvelity.
If the name wasn't obvious enough, the DQ Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket is tossed in your choice of honey barbecue or new sweet chili. That means layers of flavor from the top, bottom, left, right, inside, outside, and everywhere in between. Delicious from every angle. That's the Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket, available in honey barbecue or new sweet chili. Get it delivered today, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
It's a flash sale this Wednesday through Sunday at Walker's Furniture with an additional store-wide savings of 20% off our already low prices. Or take advantage of 5 years no-interest financing with no money down. This Wednesday through Sunday only at Walker's.
The reality is,
this medication isn't covered by your insurance.
Health insurance is broken. And while other plans won't tell you that, we will. Because we created Scan Health Plan to fight for your health.
Well, the federal government is now in the 3rd day of a shutdown. While Republicans are pushing for a clean government funding bill, Democrats are standing firm, insisting that any solution address their demands on health care.
Meanwhile, President Trump is threatening to fire thousands of government workers. ABC's Karen Travers has the latest from the White House.
President Trump this morning posting a new artificial intelligence-generated video depicting his budget director as the Grim Reaper. The president met with the budget chief yesterday to discuss which government programs he wants to recommend to eliminate. And the administration announcing this morning it's pausing funding for infrastructure projects in Chicago after already targeting projects in New York and other blue states. The White House warning there could be thousands of federal workers fired. The president blaming Democrats on One America News Network.
Well, there could be firings, and that's their fault. And it could also be other things. I mean, we could cut projects that they wanted, favorite projects, and they'd be permanently cut.
The Senate's scheduling another vote on funding today to open the government on a short-term basis.
Democrats want to play political games and try to obscure the real facts at issue.
House Democrats are simply making the case that we need to cancel the cuts, lower the costs, and save health care.
Negotiations on Capitol Hill are at a standstill. Democrats are demanding Republicans reverse $1 trillion in Medicaid cuts and extend $400 billion in Obamacare subsidies to stop premiums from soaring for millions of Americans, like Kristen Furman Simmons, who has MS.
It is a really difficult thing to weigh the value of your life against the cost of affordable care.
She says if Obamacare subsidies expire, her premiums could go up 169%.
We're really not sure what's going to happen with that and really where we're going to find that money in our budget.
And with workers at the Labor Department furloughed, there will be no September jobs report issued today. Without that data, it will be unclear where the economy is headed, and it will be harder for economists to predict the impact of the shutdown. Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
And some services in D.C. are already preparing for the impacts of the shutdown. The Capital Area Food Bank is preparing for an influx of families who may need help if it continues. The food bank CEO says about 75,000 federal employees in the region live paycheck to paycheck. She says a missed paycheck can quickly turn financial stability into strain. And she says they're working closely with their partners to make sure they have enough food and ways to get it to people who need it. Recent hurricanes swirling in the Atlantic and near the U.S. are a stark reminder that this government shutdown comes right in the middle of hurricane season.
Yeah. Weather forecasters at NOAA and disaster response specialists at FEMA are planning to keep working during the shutdown, but with both agencies already weakened in the states, the shutdown adds another layer of complexity. Ivan Rodriguez has the latest.
Both NOAA and FEMA have said experienced staff since the start of the Trump administration. At the National Weather Service, which is part of NOAA, managers are working to fill staffing gaps through hiring and moving meteorologists where needed most. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration and the Federal Emergency Management Agency will remain open because they're deemed essential to the protection of lives and property. But employees will still feel the impact.
They're doing the work without pay, without an understanding of when this shutdown is going to end. Will they get that back pay eventually?
Chris Vigaski with WiscoNet says he hopes the shutdown is resolved quickly so it doesn't severely impact the livelihoods of employees. The Weather Forecasting Agency has less than 4,000 employees for the first time in decades. It lost more than 560 people to layoffs, early retirement incentives, and other programs aimed at shrinking the size of the federal government. The agency has enough staff to accurately predict tropical storms and hurricanes, says a NOAA official who spoke to CNN on the condition of anonymity for fear of retribution.
The question, of course, is for how long and what other supporting capabilities, if you will, might be compromised, especially with so many people being furloughed right now.
With some local NWS offices short-staffed, former NOAA administrator Richard Spinrad worries about weather events happening simultaneously across the country.
What happens if we have another hurricane outbreak and some wildfires in the West, severe drought in the Midwest? All of a sudden, you're stretching that workforce so very thin with regard to providing those services across the country and for all of these different environmental hazards.
The National Weather Service is working to hire new forecasters, but it isn't a fast process, and a prolonged shutdown could slow this down even more. Once hired, it could take months to train new staff, and there won't be enough to make up for all the experienced people the agency lost. In Atlanta, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
Sunny this weekend. Temperatures on the cool side will be in the 60s, just a hair below average. 40 degrees on Saturday night into Sunday morning, but there is frost in the 7-day forecast. I'll let you know what to expect next.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Inland Imaging.
From your head and shoulders down to your toes and everywhere in between, Kootenai Health provides advanced medicine right where you need it, right here in North Idaho.
heat like this, air conditioning's a necessity. Bill's Heating and AC can get you the relief you want with the urgency you need. We offer free same-day estimates and next-day installation. Plus, all our new equipment comes with a low price guarantee. So call Bill's Heating and AC today and take advantage of our 0% for 5 years promotional financing.
Discover Fall Coeur d'Alene Getaways starting at just $249.
Tonight and tomorrow, Cal Cars is kicking off the month with a 72-hour sale at both Cal locations, where they are marking down over 72 trucks, cars, and SUVs to sell fast, plus delaying all payments until next year. And $0 down is all you need. This is your chance to save thousands and trade your old vehicle in for something better with a complimentary 2-year service maintenance plan included. But it's only today through this Sunday at Cal.
Is there a sport your kids haven't suited up for? Luckily, when it comes to providing advanced care for your family, there isn't a sports injury Kootenai Health hasn't seen. Find your specialist at kh.org.
GMA Monday.
How would you like us all to remember your father?
Jack Osbourne speaking out for the first time on his father Ozzy's incredible legacy, the emotional exclusive.
Sorry.
Monday morning.
How is your mother doing now?
On Good Morning America.
Well, with these cooler temperatures comes the danger of frost.
Yeah, and I'm actually wondering about tonight as well, because I'm going to be heading out to shoot some Friday night football games. We're going to send things over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker now for how high of a risk we have of getting some frost this weekend.
Well, you know what? Actually, this weekend might be a good time to take care of things in advance of the frost. Do some harvesting of your vegetable garden and get the things ready to cover things up Sunday night. But our temperatures overnight this weekend are actually going to be all right. We'll have a nice fall weekend, just beautiful, sunny and crisp. There are some exceptions, and I'll show you those in just a moment. A little bit of a breeze Sunday afternoon, gusts to 20 miles per hour, and we do have some frost in the mornings coming next week. Now, we're right on track for a frost. Actually, the average date of our first freeze, so getting down to 32 degrees, is October 9th. And we are not going to be in that ballpark, but we are going to get into that area where we could have a frost. The coldest in Spokane so far this season has been 42 degrees. We will certainly be cooler than that, actually starting Sunday morning, getting down to 40. And then it's these Monday and Tuesday temperatures that I'm looking at. Those are the morning lows, Monday morning, Tuesday morning, and then we warm up again. 36 is the airport temperature in Spokane, 38. But in the outlying areas, temperatures getting down closer to that freezing period. Also, anytime we're in that 35 to 36 range, that could still cause problems with your plants because that temperature is forecast and taken at about 5 feet. Down at the surface, it is colder and can be 30, 32 degrees and frosty, even though it is warmer up where your face is around 5 feet. In my case, tracking our weather pattern, here's what's going on. We're getting a northerly flow this weekend, and that's what's keeping our temperatures just a little below average. We also have a couple of weak disturbances moving through that northerly flow. One tonight that's going to bring an increase in clouds. One tomorrow evening that's going to bring an increase in clouds, and the possibility of some mountain showers both times. Otherwise, it is sunny, and then high pressure begins building in as we get into Monday, and that's going to be dry air, clear skies, and cool mornings. Here's our planning forecast. We'll start the day off Saturday with a few clouds and then mostly sunny, 64 for a high, 61 on Sunday with sunshine with that little bit of a breeze picking up in the afternoon, 64 on Monday, 69 on Tuesday, but look at those morning lows, 36 Monday morning, 38 Tuesday morning. And then there's a chance of showers showing up in our forecast, but it is not until late next week. So we'll check back on that. We still need the rain, Tarek.
We certainly do. All right. Our game of the week takes us next door to One Spokane Stadium.
And sports director Jack Wallace has a preview of West Valley and Rogers in the late game there, but it's already busy at the stadium, right, Jack?
Well, I have a preview of the game and also a preview of this delicious burger we have here. We got the caramelized onions, the cheese on it. Oh, yeah, come on in and take a look at this one. We have great eats tonight, great football tonight. It's been a barn burner so far in this one because we have North Central and Riverside up first. This game is 20-14, 20-0 North Central early on. Riverside coming back in, but our game of the week is at 8 o'clock right after this one, and oh boy, it's going to be a fun one. West Valley up against Rogers. These two teams both 3-1, 27-22 the score last year, the Eagles beating out the Pirates. And let's take a look at both these teams. Let's preview both of them. We'll start out with Rogers here. This team has shown off to be really, really solid. Well, sorry, Eagles, my bad. We're starting off with West Valley. They're 3-1 in the season. They have a pair of wins. They handled Pullman in their conference opener last week. West Valley, they only have one home game across that whole stretch. Their one loss. And now tonight is their last away game until the regular season finale at rival East Valley, and you better believe that'll be a fun one. Watch for running back Elijah Newman tonight. He ran wild last week, over 160 yards and a score. But for Rogers, they carried their hot streak from late last season well into this year. Roman Gum, Jerry Allen are leading these Pirates to a strong 3-1 start too. 2-0 in league play. They're tied for first. Through those wins, Rogers outscored their opponents 87-20, and they are perfect in this stadium against West Valley, albeit only meeting here once before. The game is huge for league standings. The only other unbeaten GSL 2A school is East Valley, who will play Rogers and then West Valley to end the season. So it's going to be some late fireworks coming up in the later part of October. But halftime is right about to end. The kickoff just now happening. So we'll get this game wrapped up and then be here for our 8 o'clock game, plus plenty more all around the Inland Northwest at our 7 o'clock kickoffs. Can't wait for it for Friday Night Sports Extra at 11 tonight, as always. Reporting at One Spokane Stadium, Jack Wallace, 4 News Now Sports.
All right, and I'll be heading to Freeman in Central Valley for games, leaving in about 9 minutes from now. All right, 8 homes in North Carolina's Outer Banks have fallen into the Atlantic since last night.
And residents are sounding the alarm that more may go soon. Their plea to local and federal government for help coming up.
Plus, Sean Diddy Combs is sentenced today to 50 months in prison. More about the tense courtroom in New York after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Shriners Children's Hospitals.
Every day, our customers experience that moment. The moment when the decision is made and the train has left the station. When there's nothing left to do but lean forward and watch a little piece of the future unfold right before your dilated pupils. It only lasts a heartbeat or two, and some moments end better than others. But whatever the outcome, there's never a dull moment at Northern Quest. Yes, the best.
Touch can mean so many things, even for people with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can make players celebrate like winners, or make 2 move like 1. Dupixent can help you stay ahead of eczema as you welcome the feeling of touch. Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your skin from within. Many adults saw 90% clearer skin. Some even achieved long-lasting clearer skin and fast itch relief after the first dose. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, helps you feel the heal. See the difference for yourself. Reach out to your eczema specialist today.
It's a show like no other. Custer's Fall Antique and Vintage Show, celebrating 50 years of treasure hunting this Saturday and Sunday at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. Dealers from across the Northwest will be selling everything from rare to retro, rustic to classic. With thousands of unique items to explore and so much variety, the fun is in the find. Admission only $8. Tickets on sale now at custershows.com. Custer's 50th annual Fall Antique and Vintage Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Spokane.
Medicare options for Freddie.
No, not Freddie. Eddie.
It looks like your prior authorization needs to be renewed.
What? That's weird. Okay. Yeah, I'm not.
Are you still there, Freddie?
We need to get that renewed. Please come back.
Thank you very much.
It was sentencing day for Sean Diddy Combs.
He and his team back in a New York courtroom asking for leniency, while prosecutors say he deserves more than 11 years behind bars. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest from outside the courthouse in Lower Manhattan.
A judge today sentencing Sean Diddy Combs to more than 4 years in prison after being found guilty of 2 counts of transportation for the purpose of prostitution. The defense and prosecution getting a chance to address the courtroom ahead of sentencing. Combs himself also pleading with the judge for mercy. He painted himself as a changed man who accepts responsibility for his actions, apologizing for the harm he caused. Several of his children also speaking, asking the judge to give him a second chance. Jesse Combs saying through tears, "Your Honor, this is still our dad." But the judge said today he doesn't believe Combs has taken full responsibility for the prostitution-related charges he was convicted of. Prosecutors saying this is not just about prostitution, but about violence, telling the judge Combs did horrible things to ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura and a woman who testified under the pseudonym Jane. They say he's downplayed his violence and has only owned it when it benefits him, and that his behavior is something the public should be defended from. The judge also sentenced Combs to 5 years of supervised release and set a fine of $500,000, which is the maximum allowed under the law. Combs has already served 12 months in prison, which he will get credit for. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Another home collapsed into the Atlantic on North Carolina's Outer Banks this week.
It's the 8th to fall in just 3 days amid big waves and rough surf from 2 hurricane-strong storms offshore. Will Thomas reports from Buxton, where local leaders and residents are pleading for state and federal help.
Swells pulse back in, and it's very concerning, and it's hard to just keep watching it over and over and over.
Another day of the relentless Atlantic Ocean battering the homes still standing on the Buxton oceanfront. A beach nourishment project and jetty repair in 2026 feeling like a lifetime away.
We need to encourage those residents to sandbag and do beach pushes. That's about as best we can do right now until we get the nourishment done.
Also a push from Dare County leaders and the Buxton Civic Association for help from state and federal elected leaders. One specific ask is the no hardened structure law in North Carolina to be removed.
Stroke of the pen, and this is all going, it goes away. Whether it's going to come from Raleigh or D.C., right now I think it's going to come from D.C. before it's going to come from Raleigh.
One of our local representatives is willing to entertain a bill down the road here. We're having some conversation with him about introducing a bill for hardened structures. You know, we're hoping we can make some progress there.
I showed Congressman Greg Murphy a video of the Buxton Civic Association member Wendy Munden saying that she feels the area here needs to be declared a state of emergency. Murphy shares this.
I'm happy to look at that. I don't know that it qualifies for that. I'm interested in having that conversation, but for right now, we need to look and see what these homes are, what they're salvageable, whether they need to be taken down.
For now, we're kind of having to learn how to just live with it for the time being until something can be done.
Homeowners continue to be encouraged to work with their contractors on debris cleanup for the area. Cape Hatteras National Seashore and Dare County are deploying resources to help in the area on Friday.
Well, coming up, a heartbreaking story about a 17-year-old hit by a drunk driver who's trying to adjust to life after the accident.
His long road to recovery and the message his family now wants to share about the dangers of driving under the influence. Don't go away.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
This month, get spooktacular savings on new Sierra 1500 Elevations with $13,750 off or 0% APR. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
It's here, the Red Tag Model Year-End Clearance Event. Indoors at R&R RV in North Spokane. On now through October 15th. Save thousands with factory discounts and clearance pricing. New travel trailers from $15,990. Fifth wheels from $39,990. Motorhomes from $89,990. Shop the Northwest's largest pre-owned RV inventory. Prepped and ready to go. Free parking, free admission, free food. Open daily at 9 a.m. The Red Tag Model Year-End Clearance Event. On now through October 15th. Indoors at R&R RV in North Spokane. 525 East Francis.
We wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network. And with T-Satellite, we're connecting millions of people in places no carrier tower can reach.
I signed up for T-Satellite to give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network and see how you can save up to 20% versus AT&T and Verizon when you check the math at T-Mobile.com. Plus, your experience plan is guaranteed for 5 years.
Wish your home looked something like this or this. How about this? Well, wish no more, because getting the home of your dreams is easy during the home makeover sale at Furniture Row. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Shop sofas and sectionals, dining groups, bedrooms, and get 30% off our Consumer Reports recommended Doctor's Choice Plush, or score 60 months no interest. The home makeover sale, on now at Furniture Row.
When I was told I needed radiation treatment for a brain tumor, I couldn't stop thinking about what could happen to my memories. Those moments I cherish from growing up, of finding myself, of the people I love, of what I've created. Could they all just fade away? But when I learned how precise treatment was with Gamma Knife, I was reassured that those moments would be preserved. Because it's not only about protecting the memories I've made, but the ones I have yet to create.
This month, get spooktacular savings on new Sierra 2500 HD Denali's up to $14,500 off or 3.9% APR. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
An update now to the conflict between Israel and Hamas this afternoon. Hamas has agreed to some of the conditions of a peace deal laid out by President Trump in his 20-point peace plan. Hamas agreeing to release all living hostages and the remains of those who have died. In addition, Hamas agrees to surrender any governmental control of Gaza in favor of a Palestinian Authority. It is important to note, Hamas is not agreeing to the entire 20-point plan, and with its response today, it would appear the group is open to negotiations. It's been several days since the president unveiled a 20-point plan alongside Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. In a joint news conference alongside President Trump, Netanyahu said Israel had agreed to the framework. The deal spells out an end to the war, the release of hostages, and a redevelopment plan for the devastated enclave. We are still waiting on a response from the White House on Hamas's announcement today. The primary suspect in a shooting off of WSU's campus after the Apple Cup is officially charged today. Ja'Cory Buchanan is charged with 3 counts, 1 for assault in the 2nd degree of felony, 1 for assault in the 4th degree, and 1 for possession of a pistol by a person from 18 to 21, both misdemeanors. If convicted, Buchanan faces a maximum prison sentence of 11 years. An 18-year-old was just released from the hospital after being hit by a drunk driver in early September. He was nearly paralyzed because of the crash, and he has a message for drivers before they get behind the wheel. Derek Strom spoke with the victim as he arrived home.
Spencer Rogers says he doesn't remember much from the crash that broke multiple bones and put him in the hospital for nearly a month. He had a green light to make a turn at the intersection of Sunset Drive and Government Way, but that's when he saw another car coming towards him.
I look to my left, and all I see is this blue car just coming at me. And I remember seeing it kiss my door, and then everything just went black from there.
Spencer says the next thing he remembers is waking up in the ICU and feeling the pain from the crash start to set in.
And I just remember realizing, like, my teeth are missing, I can't move my legs, I can't do none of that. And Most of the trauma and realizations didn't hit me until like later on.
Police told Rogers' mom, Tiffany Burson, that the driver had been arrested. Rogers suffered a broken pelvis, a fractured leg, collapsed lung, and several other injuries. He had to go through multiple surgeries over the course of 3 days. He hopes drivers will consider what he's going through before getting behind the wheel of a car.
I hope that, if someone sees this, they decide not to do that, not to drink and drive, and just, that's really it. Like, it was a very traumatic experience, but I kept strong throughout it.
Rogers says it'll take about 6 months to a year to fully recover from this crash, but he says it's all about keeping a positive attitude and being grateful for the things he's still able to do in the meantime. In Spokane, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Wow, what a powerful message of gratitude from that young man. Let's send things over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker. Now, Chris, we had bluebird skies today, as my uncle likes to say in Portland.
That is a good way to put it, and there's more of that coming in the forecast right now. Beautiful sunset. Sun is already set, but such a pretty sky this evening over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. A lot of people in downtown Spokane tonight. Our high temperatures today were running just about average in the mid 60s, even some 70s on the map. Not quite sweater weather in Moses Lake and Grand Coulee. Plenty warm. It was 68 today in Lewiston. We do have some clouds moving in overnight, and even the possibility of some showers in extreme northeastern Washington and North Idaho. I don't think we'll even get a sprinkle in Spokane County, and then that comes to an end and we start clearing out tomorrow morning. We may start the day off with a few clouds. Another weak disturbance brings a slight chance of some mountain showers late on Saturday, and then just those bluebird skies on the way for Sunday. High temperatures Saturday, a little bit cooler than today, but we'll still be in the 60s and 70s around the region, including 64 in Spokane. I will be back with your 7-day forecast and some frost in just a few minutes, Kirsten.
Thanks so much, Chris. Tonight, the Lakeland High School football team is taking on rivals Timberline High School. Lakeland is coming into this game undefeated, but today they will be playing for more than just their winning record. Madeline Mullins shares why this game is part of a much bigger competition.
For a high school of just over 800 kids, Lakeland is not lacking in school spirit.
Our community is very sports oriented, and especially around the high school. I mean, we have full stadiums almost every Friday night.
Students hope that school spirit will also carry them to victory in a contest off the field as well. They're competing in the T-Mobile Friday Night 5G Lights competition. Out of the 2,000 schools, Lakeland is one of 25 finalists, aiming for a $1 million grand prize.
Finding out that we were 1 in 25 in the country was definitely surprising to me.
As finalists, the school has already won $30,000. That check will be presented at tonight's T-Mobile sponsored Pink Out game. But if they win the grand prize, this stadium will get a major renovation.
My dad actually helped lay the grass that we use today down in like the 90s, so it's definitely old, but just getting an upgrade would be so big.
And this prize would benefit more than just the football team. The athletic director tells me that by winning a $1 million stadium makeover, all athletics here at Lakeland High School will benefit.
We don't have the best facilities in the area. We've kind of had to get creative with some of our situations, like the film room and practice field.
Winning this competition depends on votes from the community, and everyone is rallying around the school. And I mean everyone.
Shout out to Lakeland High School. You've come this far. Now it's time to rally, post, and win.
Right now, Lakeland is in 4th place and needs the community's help to get to that #1 spot. The link to vote can be found on our website at kxly.com, and you can vote once a day until October 24th. Okay. In Rathdrum, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
Cracker Barrel confirms it has cut ties with the design firm behind its disastrous logo change. Cracker Barrel hired the San Francisco-based design firm Profit just 7 months ago to help refresh its brand. The restaurant chain started implementing those changes, which included ditching the iconic man in overalls and the barrel from its logo, then quickly reversed course following online backlash, including from the president, and reverted back to their previous logo. Well, Swifties rejoice. Taylor Swift's new album, The Life of a Showgirl, is out, and the release at midnight Eastern Time. Some fans camped out to catch a listen as early as possible. Ziana Maldonado checked out a pop-up event ahead of the release.
4 a.m. is when besties Rosie and Juliana showed up to West 27th Street to be first in line Thursday. A good call as lines were wrapped around the block.
We got here and we were freezing.
Walking into the Life of a Showgirl Spotify experience, emotions were high for the superfans. The pair and other fans taking advantage of the photo ops, surrounded by T-Swift's music, visuals, costumes, and those so-called Easter eggs, little clues for Swifties about what could be coming up.
Really is kind of like a peek inside her mind, but also just like all the little clues and hints and subtle nods to like what to expect from the album.
Well, my favorite part was definitely like the feeling of getting inside for like after waiting 8 hours. Like it's just like so unreal.
The experience bringing fans literally into the world of Taylor Swift's 12th studio album, Life of a Showgirl.
Look at this, the wig. She wore that wig. That wig was on her head. She has a song for like every situation, anything that happens.
Some pulling up in their best album-inspired fits.
I just really wanted to dive into that flatbed era kind of as like the headpiece and feathers, just opulence, luxury. So, I mean, ours is Amazon, so maybe not true luxury, but...
A spokesperson for Spotify says over the past 2 days, more than 4,000 fans have come through the doors and anticipate that number will jump to 5,000 by the end of the day. Doors close at 9 p.m., just 3 hours before the album drops.
Well, we haven't really slept much in the last day. Yeah. We're still going to stay up till midnight to listen to the album. We're so excited.
And they're not alone. A lot of excited fans. Well, a lot of cosmetics on the market include an SPF rating, implying they protect you at least somewhat from the sun's rays. But it turns out that label might just be a placebo effect. We'll explain after the break.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
4 News Now weather is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
The redesigned Tiguan is here, and it's turning heads. Luxury meets functionality with new styling that includes elevated interior design and smarter tech. Take a test drive at Post Falls Volkswagen, home of 0000.
Bill's Heating and AC has not 1, not 2, but 3 warehouses overstocked with top quality air conditioners. To clear out inventory before the end of the year, we're doing something we've never done before. Advertising our guaranteed lowest pricing for all to see. Right now, you can get a full heating and cooling system installed for only $6,500 to $8,500, depending on capacity. Call now before this amazing deal goes away. Call 208-777-5528.
It's a 48-hour flash sale today through Sunday at Walker's Furniture, where every item is marked down an additional 20% off already low prices. Or take advantage of 5 years no interest financing with no money down.
Beautiful bedroom sets 20% off. All sofas, love seats, and sectionals 20% off. And all dining sets 20% off.
It's a flash sale you can't afford to miss. This Wednesday through Sunday at Walker's.
4 News Now and Numerica Credit Union proudly present the Hope for Kids Hygiene Drive to support Project Beauty Share.
As students head back to school, some kids don't have access to basic hygiene items like shampoo, soap, deodorant, and toothbrushes.
All children deserve basic hygiene supplies to give them the confidence to face their day. September 5th through October 5th, donate student hygiene supplies at any local Numerica branch. Your donations can improve a student's day, their health, and their future. This is how Numerica cares for kids.
Looking for space, style, and serious performance? You'll find it all in the Volkswagen Atlas. 3 rows equals room for everyone. And turbocharged power means this SUV is built for fun. Take a test drive at Post Falls Volkswagen.
It's here, the album of the year. The moment Swifties across the USA have been waiting for. Do her new songs contain hidden messages about her life? Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
What the heck is that?
Take cover! 118, brace for impact!
Welcome back. Cosmetics with added SPF may seem like a convenient shortcut in your beauty routine, but the American Academy of Dermatology does not recommend relying on them to protect your skin from sun damage. ABC's Melissa Adon has the story.
Some moisturizers and makeup foundations do contain SPF, which helps block harmful sun rays. But the American Academy of Dermatology says if you're spending time outdoors, you need a separate broad-spectrum sunscreen with an SPF of 30 or higher to ensure your skin is fully protected. It's not that makeup with SPF doesn't work. It's just that you'd need to slather on generous amounts to get adequate coverage, way more than would easily blend into your skin. Instead, apply sunscreen first, give it a few minutes to absorb, then apply your makeup on top. Layering up is the way to go for your skin's health and for your best look. With this Medical Minute, I'm Melissa Adon.
A clear majority of Americans, roughly 80%, support the extension of Enhanced Affordable Care Act premium subsidies. According to a poll from the nonpartisan healthcare policy research group KFF, that includes 92% of Democrats and 82% of independents. But it also has the backing from 59% of Republicans and 57% of people who consider themselves backers of the Make America Great Again movement. The extension of the boosted subsidies is the main focus of congressional Democrats who want Republicans to include the renewal with the deal to fund the federal government for the 2026 fiscal year. Researchers at KFF say if the subsidies lapse, Obamacare premiums might more than double next year. And here's a friendly reminder that our Hope for Kids hygiene drive is ending on Sunday, so there's still time to donate. 4 News Now and Project Beauty Share have teamed up this year with Numerica Credit Union to collect unused hygiene products for students at our local schools. So that's things like shampoo, toothbrushes, or period products. And there's a few ways you can donate. The first is directly to Project Beauty Share, which is what you see on your screen. All of these wonderful people bringing by boxes of donations. They will also hand them out. Another is on Project Beauty Share's Amazon wish list, where you can order products on there and then have them sent directly to their warehouse. Or you can stop by any Spokane or Coeur d'Alene Numerica Credit Union location where drop boxes are set up to collect these items. For more information about how you can donate and what Hope for Kids is all about, you can visit our website, kxly.com.
Here's a look at your Saturday planner. Bright blue skies. You may wake up with some clouds, particularly if you're an early riser, and then those clouds will be clearing. 64 for a high, 65 is now our average high. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Welcome Broadway's Rock of Ages, the driving music force that rocked Broadway and millions of fans in the groundbreaking show Rock of Ages live in concert at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, November 20th. Get your tickets now.
Winning is just the beginning.
Medicare options for Freddie.
No, not Freddie. Eddie.
When did healthcare lose its heart? When did Medicare Advantage companies start putting profits before people? We believe it shouldn't have to be this way.
This medication isn't covered by your insurance.
This overwhelming. This confusing.
I was told it was covered. Let's try that again. Freddie.
This frustrating.
I really need this medication.
Healthcare in retirement doesn't always look like it's advertised. The reality is, health insurance is broken. And while other plans won't tell you that, we will. Because we created Scan Health Plan to fight for your health, to protect your independence, to serve you, not profits. And we won't stop. Not until you have the coverage you need, the coverage you deserve. We created Scan for you.
With depression, it feels like every day you're just going through the motions. But what if you could get your go back?
Go with Auvelity.
Auvelity worked fast. Some saw relief in as early as 1 week. And Auvelity lasted. On average, significant relief was seen at 6 weeks.
Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and actions in young adults. Tell your doctor about sudden changes to mood, thoughts, or behavior. Don't take Auvelity if you have a history of seizure, eating disorder, or have abruptly stopped drinking alcohol or taking benzodiazepines, barbiturates, or anti-seizure medicine. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Don't take if you are allergic to dextromethorphan, bupropion, or any of the ingredients in Auvelity. Don't take with MAOIs. High blood pressure, manic episodes, serious eye problems, and dizziness can occur. Report all medicines you take to avoid a life-threatening condition. Don't take Auvelity if you are or may become pregnant. Side effects can include dizziness, headache, diarrhea, feeling sleepy, dry mouth, sexual function problems, and excessive sweating. Ask your provider about Auvelity.
Go with Auvelity. So you want somewhere to play? We got you. And want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Where winning is just the beginning.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap & Associates.
Welcome back in. I heard you earlier talking Wildlife Wednesday photos, and I missed some of those. I think people need to go to your Facebook and see that otter photo. That was so cute.
That was a cute photo. Yeah, every single Wildlife Wednesday photo from the past 9 years is on my Facebook page. That's pretty much all that's on there. So go
that's
there.
All that needs to be on any social media outlet, if you ask me.
So if you want to go enjoy some wildlife and friendly comments, go there.
They seem to be enjoying our temperatures.
Yes. I think everybody loves this stage of fall before the Aleutian low gets cranking out the weather systems our way and things really turn into the wet season. But right now, what a beautiful evening in progress. 64 in Spokane, 60 degrees in Coeur d'Alene, pretty sky, and air quality is in the good range. We don't have that haze on the horizon today. There's still a couple of spots where our air quality is in the moderate range, close to active fires, but things are looking good for most of the region, including the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. 4 things to know about your weather. It is going to be a nice fall weekend, sunny and crisp. And I say sunny, it's not going to be completely cloud-free. We have a system moving through tonight through tomorrow morning, another one Saturday night that will bring some clouds to the region and maybe even an isolated shower over North Idaho. But in general, it is going to be sunny, crisp, breezy Sunday afternoon, gusts to 20 miles per hour. And we do have the possibility of a morning frost early next week. Now tonight, overnight low temperatures with those clouds moving in will be in the 40s. Deer Park an exception at 38, 42 in Meade, 42 in Spangle, 43 degrees in Cheney. Around the inland northwest, temperatures mostly in the 40s, couple 50s on the map. And Colville, I double-checked this temperature, but 32 in Colville, always one of the cooler spots on nights like this, especially cool tonight. We've got some 30s in our forecast in Spokane. 36 Monday, that is Monday morning, so Sunday night into Monday morning. Tuesday morning, 38. So that is going to be the time we really want to look at covering up our flowers, covering up our gardens, or harvesting over the weekend. And it's right on time. The average date of our first freeze is October 9th. So this is the right on time in terms of our overnight lows. Planning forecast, sunshine this weekend, sunshine for most of next week. We've got some 70s back in the forecast, but we also have some showers. We do need them. We're running below average on our precipitation, and then overnight lows will be in the 40s once we get past the beginning of next week. But what a weekend. I am excited for this, Kirsten.
No, and it is your extended birthday weekend, Chris.
Oh, yes, it is.
So it's perfect weather for a birthday. Happy birthday to you, my friend. Hey, it's Friday. That means it's time for another edition of Air for Adventure. And this week, our drone will take you flying over the Whitewater Disc Golf Course in Riverside State Park. Enjoy the sights in this edition of Air for Adventure.
We're at Whitewater Disc Golf Course. It used to be called Downriver, but they changed the name to help facilitate the difference between the disc golf course and the golf course. It's fun. For one thing, it's easy. It's entry level. You can have one disc and have fun. And then if you get obsessed, obviously you'll end up with a backpack full of discs like the rest of us. This is a difficult course, yes. I believe we've only played it a couple times, but this course actually has a way of being played easy and a way of being played hard. So the people that designed it kind of allow you to have options. You can play a shorter hole, you can play a longer hole in many circumstances. It's a lot easier than golf and you can get good faster, but it's very similar.
So the putter is more of a round edge and the driver is more sharp, so it cuts through the wind and the air better, so it just makes it easier to throw further, but it's a lot harder to control. Putters right here, I got my mid-ranges. I have some fairway drivers over here, some distance drivers on the sides and right here in the middle. And these are the putters that I putt with. I like being outside and playing with friends and family, and I'm very competitive, so I love playing tournaments. I was at Junior Worlds last year in Illinois. There was like 60-something people, got 36th. It was really fun, really nice experience. I like being and like seeing like all the animals and the birds and just the noises and being down by the water.
It's fun. You're outside in the woods. You're not on your phone. You're not scrolling. You're not swiping. You are in nature with your family, with your friends, and nothing better than that.
I have to agree. Before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup for tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Getting the home of your dreams is easy during the home makeover sale at Furniture Row. Find great deals on sofas, bedrooms, and dining groups. Or get 60 months no-interest financing. The home makeover sale on now at Furniture Row.
AutoNation makes it easy to say hello to your next car. Shop over 25,000 used vehicles now at AutoNation.com. Plus, we'll buy your car for top dollar and pay you the same day. Visit your nearest AutoNation store today.
If the name wasn't obvious enough, the DQ Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket is tossed in your choice of honey barbecue or new sweet chili. That means layers of flavor from the top, bottom, left, right, inside, outside, and everywhere in between. Delicious from every angle. That's the Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket, available in honey barbecue or new sweet chili. Get it delivered today, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
It's time for 4 News Now, Coats for Kids. Drop off new or gently used coats at any of our sponsored locations. We'll bring them to Alsco for professional cleaning, then get them out to local children in need. Donate Coats for Kids through October 31st.
Fred's Appliance is proud to partner with Coats for Kids, and we're giving you a chance to give back and win big. When you donate your coats, you'll be entered for a chance to win a beautiful Bosch dishwasher with free installation. You can drop off your coats at any of our Fred's Appliance locations.
Happy anniversary from McVeigh Brothers. If you're looking to remodel your home this month, we're offering anniversary specials or great financing options for 6 months.
It matters every day and every night. It matters that we're not just in your community, but that we're part of it.
We'd be happy to help you.
Making sure everyone feels welcomed and rewarded.
$Extra on the way out.
It matters that we're here for what the doctor prescribed.
Thanks so much, Eric.
And also, just what the doctor ordered.
Need some help?
Right by your side.
Hi, Alex.
Right when you need us.
I'm gonna go grab that for you, okay?
Welcome to CBS. Join us.
They're revved up for a big game. We're in for a good night.
It's the 30th anniversary sale at Denver Mattress. And that means 30% off the Consumer Reports recommended Doctor's Choice plush. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or score 60 months no interest and free shipping. The 30th anniversary sale on now at Denver Mattress.
Book your stay and play getaway today at Mistaqua.com.
Coming up tonight on Nightside is another edition of Friday Night Sports Extra. Jack Wallace and Derek Dice will bring you high school football highlights from all around the Inland Northwest starting tonight at 11.
And here is your planning forecast. Plan on getting some sun. crunching in some leaves. They're already starting to turn at my house. I don't know about yours.
I just saw a few trees yesterday while I was driving home thinking, oh, there's the fall leaves.
It's starting.
I know. We've got to figure out our pumpkin patch plans.
Oh, yeah.
See you at 11.
Sign